Okay guys, so here we are down in the creepy old basement that I made a couple videos years ago about building these like retaining walls down here. And no real updates on like digging the basement out or anything like that since then. But I wanted to come show you this antiquated electrical panel. It's pretty old. This guy here, there was a date somewhere from the 60s, I believe, or maybe it was on this guy here. But anyway, this here is the actual main disconnect. Then it feeds this little panel here. That's the main panel. And you see, it's funny, they installed the heating system afterwards, and the door almost doesn't open, but yeah, it's got 8 little circuits and one 240 volt. And that 240 volt feeds this nice new panel over here, which then has a few more circuits in it. And the whole system works really good. Never any problems. I can't say that I've ever actually blown a circuit, and they're all 15 amps, so. And I made up these labels so everything's sort of, you know, nice and clear. Yeah, there's a mid 1960s panel. And we got this guy up here. That was just a big fuse for the dryer. And there's a breaker in here for it now, but I think it still runs through that old little breaker box. Yeah, dryer right there, 30 amp, and the line just runs through anyway, so. But again, never had any trouble with it, so I had no real need to upgrade. I mean, we're pretty much maxed out electrically, but if I ever wanted to add AC or like a big hot tub or something, then yeah, we would have to upgrade. And so it's always been a thought in the back of my mind that, you know, maybe one day I'll have to, but for the most part this works. There's no problems. It's all copper wire. There's no aluminum. There's no active knob and tube. There is a run of knob and tube that's just sort of left. You can see here, and it runs from under the ductwork or the cold air return, and it goes in this room over to an old, I don't know why my light's not on. I guess this bulb's out, but yeah, it goes into this this old fixture, this old knob and tube. But yeah, there's no power hooked up. But it's kind of neat, just to, it's a nice little example of, you know, what was back in the day. Interesting, eh? Like, yeah, careful if you're hanging your clothes or your hat or something off there. But anyways, yeah, so all the wiring in the house now is relatively new. You can see it's, you know, it's the new-ish stuff, even the oldest copper from the 60s. And there's been a few other strands of copper added over the years. But my garage is fed off its own feed, and it comes from a property over there. And the pole is in the middle of the property, and the developer wants to develop the property, and they don't want the pole there. So they're going to come in and replace everything, and we're going to run a line out to the garage, and we're going to feed the garage from in here now. So this little house that is currently run off 60 amps is now going to get a 200 amp panel, I think, in place right here. And all this will go away, and they're going to take this out, and then 200 amp with a 100 amp sub feed. We're going to run out the back of the house and I've been digging a trench and run and feed the garage that way. So yeah, this house will now have 200 amps, which, you know, is way overkill, but it will give me, you know, basically an endless supply of any electrical needs that I may have in the future. So that's kind of nice. And it's just interesting that this old panel is still here, and, you know, you don't see them too often anymore. I always thought it was kind of neat that, you know, that's what it is. But yeah, so they're going to come in and put a nice new 200 amp panel in here. So that's pretty interesting to me. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to document this old service. I don't know if I can. No, I can't open this guy up without turning everything off. But it's got the old original K&S. Yeah, I know. And the new company is the name similar to that that's coming to do this. I don't know if it's the same company or not, but it's not exactly the same. But there's even an original. Oh, look at that. Oh, 72 amps. There you go. Or 860, whatever you want to call it. Old. Yeah, that's kind of neat, actually. Let me take a look at that. If I can get my head out of the light. Kitchen something. That's pretty neat. I'll put that back just for tomorrow. Just so they can see it still. But yeah, there you go. Hasn't really been monkeyed with. It's in good condition. But it's all going to go now. But I mean, I'm hoping I can reuse these, repurpose them maybe out in the garage or something for a little sub-feed. Maybe have all my machines run off one little panel or something. Or I don't know. We'll see. And then this guy, my thought, maybe. But if this is just a 60, is it a, yeah, well, I was thinking maybe this could be, I could replace the fuse panel in the shop. It's 100 amp, and it's getting 100 amp feed. But if that's just a 60, I guess not, so, oh, well, whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to show this, the real old electrical in this house, and, yeah, I really hope there'll be no issues with the wiring and stuff, but he said there shouldn't be. It's not like it's really antique or nothing. You know, it'd be a different story if it was aluminum wire or knob and tube still, but it's not. There's none of that nonsense, so yeah, we'll see. But I might be a day or two without power, so that's gonna be kind of interesting, but I don't know, I'll just have to see how it goes, I guess, so. Yeah, I just want to show you that. Some of the electrical's a little interesting. This is actually just an extension cord. I should probably pull that out of there, and I'll tidy up these little tables and stuff a bit. And then they can do what they need to do, I hope. And I just want to, I hope they won't block the windows at all, because I do use these to bring stuff in and out from time to time. And yeah, back here, there's a similar retaining wall we built. And there's a concrete. You can't really see it now. All these lights have gone out on me. But this is the real creepy part of the old cellar. I'll have to come back with some lights and show you some of the old stone wall and stuff. But anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.